once I beat Spence, if Charlo don't move up, I'm coming for him.
Ooh.
You who I want next? I want Terrence Crawford next. That I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm gonna get these straps. I'm gonna go over there and take his shit too.
I'm off of that Crawford guy. Like, stop asking me about him. Don't nobody ask me about Crawford again.
Right. We're at the finish line, bro. This is a boxing fan's Christmas. This we at the finish line. You say you got Bud in 10. I had him in 9. But I think 10 is good, safe too. 10 is safe. But I got Bud stopping Spence, bro. And it's not saying Spence is like weak or anything like that. I think Spence is a hell of a guy. But I think Crawford gonna stop him, bro. Why? Because that's what he does. And he stop you in a variety of different ways too. In a variety of different ways, he's getting these dudes up out of it. Usually when Bud is just most guys and most fighters and shit don't really even, when it's late in the fight, they can't get it done. But Bud can get it done no matter what time it is in the fight. No matter what time it is. And it's a variety of different ways. Uppercuts, hooks, like all kinds of different punches and shit. That motherfucker's dangerous as hell. And Derrick James said he's going to be training Spence to the next level. So we probably going to see the best version of Errol Spence because Derrick James has been doing his homework. And he's going to have to continue to do his homework to solve the puzzle of Terrence Bud Crawford. Now, one thing I do know, and one thing I feel that the Derrick James and Spence will do is try to go for Crawford's eye. He's a naturally smaller guy. So, he may swell up a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Crawford gonna have to do a good job of protecting his eyes because Spence like to take your eye out. You know what I'm saying? Sean Porter, tough for any fucking body. On his worst night, he's still tough as hell for anybody. And Crawford stopped the dude. But since Sean Porter retired, it didn't count. I never seen nobody handle Sean Porter like that. He may have been down on the scorecards, but I never seen anybody handle Sean Porter like Bud did. Bud barely took any damage in that fight. His face wasn't fucked up or nothing. Kell Brook did a lot of damage with those sharp jabs he was snapping out. You say it's going to take more than fundamentals to beat Bud. It's going to take a lot. Spence going to have to be in the best shape of his life too. And he can't afford to make no mistakes, bro. He cannot afford to make mistakes. This is going to be a tough fight for Spence, man. I already told you guys for years that stylistically, I think Crawford's a bad matchup for him. Stylistically, it's a bad matchup. Because Crawford is the type of dude that he's going to do some shit. And Spence probably going to get out of his element a little bit, and then he may get off balance. He may be overreaching, and Crawford's going to capitalize on that shit, man. Spence going to have to keep it real tight. Pressure. Yeah. It's tough, bro. It's tough. This is a tougher fight for Spence than I think it is for Crawford, especially now, since Crawford is really acclimated to being a 147 pounder. Yeah, I think the fight Bud would have been back when Bud was fighting like Benavidez around that time when he was still kind of skinny. Guys, and fighting Porter is a really rough and rugged fight if you can't really control or dictate the pace of the fight. To make Derrick James throw in the towel. Then his nephew said it. You know what I'm saying? It don't count unless the towel is thrown in. You know what I'm saying? It don't count. So they're looking to have Derrick James throw in that towel. They let Bud they waited too long. You know what I'm saying? He's a strong dude naturally anyway. Now he grew into the welterweight division. They waited too long. And he had 5 fights already. How many it was? 5? About 5 fights at welterweight now? Yeah. He had 5 fights at welterweight now. So he's a welterweight. And guess what? Spence been having a hard time. He been cutting down that weight for a long time. So he gonna have to really work. Like I said, I think this is a harder fight for Spence than it is for Crawford. But Spence gonna have to get lure Crawford into his game. If Spence could do that, he has a big chance of winning. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Crawford's just too smart, man. He's shown us over the years that he's just too smart. Except for the Mean Machine fight, he got kind of, I don't know what he was on. But other than that, he shows intelligence in fights. 6 fights at welterweight. Okay, 6 fights already. You know what I'm saying? 6 fights. I've been saying it for years, bro. Derrick James got his work cut out for him. Yeah, and they also said Crawford's tough fight for anybody. I mean, look, we already know. We already know. He's a tough fight. Stylistically, he's a tough fight for Spence. If Spence was a fleet-footed guy, then yeah. But he's not. He was keeping up. He could barely. Him and Porter was like, Porter was faster. If I'm honest, and Crawford was just spinning Porter. Porter was spinning Spence. So he would be check hooking Spence and shit. And like, this is gonna be a crazy fight. You said you got Arrow by TKO. And what round? What round Spence stops Bud in? I don't know, man. So yeah, that was his first stoppage in years. But Ugas was standing still, bro. Crawford ain't gonna be doing that shit, man. Come on. Let's call a spade a spade. This is a tough fight for Spence. I would like it for a Spence fan to thoroughly break down how Spence is gonna beat Crawford. Spence has, I don't even want to say one-dimensional, but he has, his one dimension is a really, really strong dimension. But Crawford has many different dimensions. It's gonna be a good fight, man. Yeah, man. I got Bud in 9, maybe 10, but I think Bud's gonna stop him, man. It sounds crazy because it's Spence, but I think Bud's gonna stop him, man. Yeah, Spence gonna have to tighten it up. He gonna have to, he gonna have to tighten it up against Crawford. Crawford's not gonna be standing there like that, though, bro. Patient, and I don't see no way that it could be a bad fight. I just don't see no way. Now I seen Spence in some pretty boring fights, but Crawford never necessarily in a boring fight at all. So in Spence style necessarily, I think they style. It's gonna be an action-packed fight, man. It's gonna be action-packed. Hey, Charlo don't want to fight Bud, bro. He don't. If Crawford beats Spence, or if he even, let's just say he stops Spence, I doubt, bro, Charlo is not gonna want to fight this dude, bro. He's not. And I'm not saying Charlo just don't show the energy of a guy that wants to fight Terrence Crawford, bro. He just don't. Don't even talk to me about him no more. Like, bro, he didn't want to. Normally they welcome the smaller man up. Yo, yeah, come on up. Yeah, I'll beat him on up. But when it's Bud, oh man, don't even talk about him no more. His promoter don't even want to mess with him. Bro, you like about 6-7 months late, bro. That door been closed. That top rank door. You know what I'm saying? Angel Garcia said the same thing. Oh, his own promoter, bro. What are you talking about, bro? Why y'all get all nervous and shit when Crawford's brought up? Salute to Sean Porter and Errol Spence, man. Because they about to get in there with the boogeyman. So Sean Porter already got in there with the boogeyman. Now Errol Spence about to get up in there with the boogeyman. He about to get up in there with the boogeyman. Hey, Charlo is super shook a Bud, bro. I don't care what nobody say. And I think Charlo is a stud. But for whatever reason, he seems scared of Bud.
That man fights on ESPN. Their oppositions ain't even the same as ours. Crawford don't mean shit in boxing to me right now. He ain't in my weight division. He's 147, so let him. He can't beat nobody over there. So motherfucker Jerry Ennis is a monster. He can't even fuck with him. How you gonna come in and talking about knocking somebody like me out? It's whatever. They just do that shit for hype, clout, whatever.
I know you say Errol Spence knocks out Crawford, but if Crawford wins and you have a chance to fight him or vacate once he moves up, you just want to do.
I'm off of that Crawford guy. Like, stop asking me about him. Don't nobody ask me about Crawford again.
Hey, that guy right there that asked those questions, though, that's the best guy fight Hype had in a long time. He asked a real good question. Salute to that dude. He be asking some good questions. Charlo didn't want no smoke with the conversation. He didn't want the smoke, man.
Your Crawfords. Nigga Crawford. My dog live in Omaha. I know how Omaha roll. Y'all ain't never seen no real shit like this shit here. How about he do what's best and go fight Earl Spence then? Shut up, take a little bit less money, be quiet, humble yourself, and fight Earl Spence, he a stud. Do what he say, and then you might be the challenger sometimes. Bob Arum don't give a damn about him. Bob Arum told him to his face, he done got lawsuits with his own promoter. You ain't worth shit to me, for real. You got Ennis, you got Garcia, you got Thurman, you got people making a name for themselves in your own weight division. Sit your ass in your weight division and see if you can beat one of them. Cause fucking with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out. I'm a knockout artist, baby.
Bro, that is Jermell Charlo has the best rants in boxing, bro. That shit is so funny to me, bro. That shit is hilarious. He needs to keep doing that shit. That shit is funny as hell. I was back here cracking up. Every time. I've seen it many times. That shit's still funny as hell to me. But for whatever reason, he don't want no part of this dude, man. He don't want no part of Bud, bro. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So, if Crawford beats Spence, I don't expect Jermell to want. Jermell really ain't gonna want that fight. He not gonna want the fight, bro. He not gonna want the fight, bro. He's not. And if he's listening, I hope you take the fight, Jermell. I hope you take the fight. If Crawford beats your boy, you gonna have to take the fight. You gonna have to fight Crawford because Crawford likely, if he beats Spence in the Saga's a 2-fight thing, he gonna likely move up and come after you. If you ain't go up to 160 already, he's gonna come after you. So you better be ready for him. Because we don't expect no ducking from Jermell the Lion Charlo. There's no ducking with Jermell Charlo. Yeah, we don't like the way you was talking. That didn't sound good. But when if he beats your boy who allegedly been whooping on you, you gonna have to see him, bro. You gonna have to see him. That's talking about his clout and all that. No, bro. Crawford has the clout. Crawford has the clout, bro. That's a big fight for you. He warned him. The big bro had to step in. It got so bad. You know what I'm saying? Big bro had to step in and say, Crawford this, I'll fight Crawford. He looked at the camera, drunk as hell, high as hell. I want to fight Terrence Crawford. I don't like Bud coming at his little bro like that. He don't like that. He know his little bro. He know his little bro energy is a little weary with Crawford for whatever reason.